Good morning, everyone. How are you? Well, today we're going to continue Unit 11, that is about breaking news. Okay, breaking news, ¿no? Son las noticias impactantes. Nowadays we receive a lot of fake news, breaking news. Okay, so, and then we're going to learn the use of used to. Used to, que quiere decir solía. Okay, so, well, I give you the video, the answers, the grammar point. Okay. And then I leave you a webpage with breaking news, CNN, ¿ok? No sé si habéis escuchado la CNN, que es un canal típico de noticias. Entonces dejo breaking news, donde podéis ver un poco las noticias que están pasando en la CNN, ¿vale? En países anglosajones, ¿ok? So, we're going to start with used to, ¿vale? Used to tiene muchos usos, porque hay used to, be used to, get used to, ¿vale? Used to, a secas, ¿vale? Sin nada adelante, se traduce como solía, es como el pasado usually. I usually go to the cinema, I used to go to the cinema. Yo solía ir al cine, yo suelo ir al cine, ¿ok? Usually, suelo, used to, solía. Used to is followed with infinity. I used to go, I used to play, I used to read, I used to listen, ¿ok? This is in affirmative. Negative, I didn't, because it's past, I didn't used to. Y si pongo didn't, como ya es pasado, el use se le quita la D, ¿vale? Entonces, used to en afirmativas, used. En negativas, didn't, use, to, ¿ok? Infinitive. I didn't used to run, but now I'm running, ¿ok? I used to run. ¿Solía correr o no solía correr? ¿Ok? Pregunta, did you used to run? Did you used to do sport? ¿Solías hacer deporte? Did you, como ya tenemos el auxiliar en pasado, lo mismo, le quitamos la D. Did you used to, did you use, sin D, ¿vale? De todas formas os dejo una imagen, ¿ok? Aquí yo an image to see the examples, ¿ok? So, I used to run, I didn't used to run, did you used to run? ¿Ok? Used to, solía. ¿Ok? So, here we have 3 pictures on page 108 of new events from the past. Okay, what do you know about them? For example, do you know anything about the death of Abraham Lincoln? Well, I give you the trailer of the film Lincoln. Okay, I don't know if you know that it was one of the most important presidents in the U.S. Okay, and his life was quite interesting. Okay, he was killed, well, assassinated in the theater, okay? But he was a good president, remember, because he put an end to the slavery in the country, okay? So there's a very good film, although it's a bit long, okay? But I recommend you if you want to enjoy learning about American history. So I leave you the thriller, okay? Os dejo el tráiler de la película Lincoln, ¿vale? Que está bastante bien, okay? So, the eruption Krakatoa, okay? I have no idea about that. And US Airways plane lands in Hudson River. I give you also the video because it was quite interesting how the pilot arrived to plane in a river. I mean, in the middle of the city, okay? It's quite astonishing, this news, okay? So, we're going to read an article here where you have to put the headlines, okay? So, I'm going to read it for you. Media milestones. The first newspapers appeared in the 17th century, but ordinary people didn't used to buy them often because they were very expensive, ¿vale? Often, aunque suena raro, es como la pronunciación británica, se puede pronunciar often, normalmente se pronuncia often, ¿ok? This changed in the 1850s, okay, with the invention of powerful printing presses, which could print 10,000 papers per hour. As a result, newspapers' prices came down and more people could afford to buy them. Thanks to another new invention, the photograph, it was also the first time that newspapers contained pictures as well as articles. Okay? Second paragraph. When a volcano erupted on the Pacific island of Krakatoa in 1883, it killed 36,000 people. It was one of the worst natural disasters in history. Is the picture we have on the left. It was also significant because it was the first time that news could travel around the world in minutes using undersea electrical telegraph wires. Before the telegraph was invented, it used to take weeks for news to travel to a different continent. News of Abraham Lincoln's death, for example, took nearly 2 weeks to reach Europe in 1865. Okay, nowadays, can you imagine receiving news 2 weeks later? Okay, incredible, yeah. In the early 20th century, before televisions became popular, people used to go to the cinema to watch the news. 10-minute films called news reels contain moving images for 4 or 5 top news stories. The news reels were changed weekly, not daily, so the news wasn't always up to date. Nowadays, they are important and historical documents as they provide the only audiovisual records of those times. At the start of the 21st century, developments in smartphone technology and the growth of social media like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have completely changed the way that we get our news. Now, anybody can report news. This is sometimes called citizen journalism. One of the first and most famous examples of it happened in New York in 2009 when a plane carrying 150 passengers landed in the Houston River after a flock of birds flew into the plane's engine. People who saw the crash posted comments and photos on Twitter, and the news spread around the world in minutes. Professional journalists didn't arrive at the scene until 15 minutes later. Okay, so you have here some news and you have to put the headlines. Okay, and in the other page, 109, we have used to, okay, the explanation of used to. Ya os lo he contado un poco, tenéis aquí more exercises, okay, and the grammar reference point, okay? And then to finish with vocabulary news, okay? Well, I'm going to read the chart, the pink chart that is flood, inundaciones, election, okay? Forest fire, fuegos, ¿vale? Hurricane, the hurricane. Robbery, thief, when a thief steals something, robbery. Transport strike es ir, huelga, entonces transport strike sería la huelga de transportes, okay? So you have, well, exercise to work with this vocabulary, okay? So keep in touch, bye-bye.